lethal tempo is better if you're trying to blow someone up. I think lethal tempo is just higher damage,
Yeah.
like in a burst. But if you're looking for the sustained fight onto targets like the set, like the volley bear, then yeah, sure, Conqueror is completely fine.
Okay. There we go.
Again, though, just my opinion.
Yeah. And we are on to the Rift.
Hey.
Now, as we go, will we see a similar sort of scuffed start as last game where they were all going for the 5 points and we saw some weird plays that resulted in Pharaoh having to flash early? It looks like Invul are going for the normal 5 point, whereas...
We could see an invade from Bladeance.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So I don't think they will have seen Hellman. And Hellman will definitely not have seen them.
Are they going to check the bush here? Hellman might... Oh, Hellman...
He might have been seen there.
They won't have seen him. They won't have seen him, I don't think. I don't think the vision goes that far. He's just literally dancing out of vision. Oh, and it's looking like it's going to be called off here. So it's actually a counter invade setup for Bladeance, not them looking for any shenanigans themselves.
Interesting. So junglers might be starting on opposite sides unless Nocturne... The Nocturne's going all the way up to...
I don't agree with this. He's going to be a couple of seconds late, although Ornn will be able to start off the buff for him. The Dustbringer goes over the wall. The mana usage.
Well. I guess it doesn't
We'll be starting on the blue buff though. Yeah. So yeah, it's not as much of an issue. Does have the Gromp to go for second as well. But this time both junglers starting topside. So both going to be clearing down towards their bot lanes. So if we're going to see an early fight, it's going to be over that bot side scuttle. Hellman and Mama, you would expect to have the early pressure in this lane with the Draven. Just the pure damage coming through from those spinning axes over the first couple of levels. Level 3, though, I think is a bit of a worry for Invul. Bebe and Maker could look to threaten, but the Tristana's taking so much damage from Hellman's Draven.
Yeah, the Hail of Blades combo, those 3 autos, just so brutal to deal with. And like you say, the Haymaker, the true damage coming down from Thalio.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be potentially rough for Stardust up in that top lane. But this bot lane matchup already moving very heavily into the favor of Invul. That first couple of waves being crashed and Maker being denied so much farm. Thalio, big trade on Sarcasm, finds the first blood with a right hook to the back of the head. Thalio not going to let that solo kill fall the wrong way in this second game. Righting the wrongs of game 1, getting himself offline. And there's a dive in the bot lane from Invul. Teleport coming down from everyone. Mama's tanking tower shots. Mama's going down. Hellman going to fall as well. And this is potentially catastrophic from Invul. Johnson, he goes down too. And it's 3-4-0 in the bot lane for Bladeance. Thalio getting chased out now as well. Pharaoh.
I think that's a really, really silly decision from Invul.
It's a very over-aggressive dive. If it comes off, the game is basically all but won.
But if it doesn't, then you
if it doesn't like that, now you've given over so much gold on to the members of Bladeance.
It's the problem when you are such low level that, 2 turret shots alone is bringing you down to half health. And when you start off the fight, the dive at half health like Mama did, you are risking so much.
Yeah, you're risking everything by taking those 2 turret shots, and Invul really having to pay for it. Things getting a bit more difficult now in the mid lane for Loftition. Double buffs over onto the enemy side, but Johnson chasing down the Ornn in the top lane. The brothers are going to have a fight, and it looks like it's going to be Volibear that comes out victorious this time. No, the slow from the pillar going to be enough. Jonsson chasing under the turret. No, not going to follow all the way through. Does have Loftition waiting in the wings. But now realizes diving turrets when you're not level 6, you can't turn them off yet. Not the smartest of ideas.
But there's a lot of pressure in this top lane now. The Ornn has been just chased out of lane twice now already.
But on the side of Invul, that's exactly what you want. You want to stop the Ornn, from getting to level 13 as much as you can. Delay those masterwork items, those ornaments, as they have become known.
I like this from Falio. Not even
Yeah, I
worrying about the
really like
plates.
this.
Stardust are trying to get the experience.
And just being denied by the set. Falio now going to start hitting the turret. Yonseni is in the area as well. I'm not saying I don't think they're going to look for a dive, but this is very well executed by Invul. The Haymaker damage is huge. Yonseni, yeah, now they're going to look for a dive. Stardust has been taken low enough.
Yeah.
Aggro it dropped, and Yonseni claiming the kill. Dragon going to be the answer on the bot side, though. But I just want to draw your attention. We saw the early fight go over to Bladeance. Look at the CS numbers and look at the gold lead.
Yeah. I can understand why Invul went for it. They were so confident. I think at the time...
The momentum coming off... The momentum coming off of game 1 as well will have a big effect in that play.
Yeah.
I don't think you go for that play if you don't have such a dominant game 1.
True. I think at the time of the dive, the Tristana was already 15 CS behind. And that is why they were so confident in going for it. I think they also had a level advantage at the time. So I can
lost
understand,
some adoration stacks on the Draven, which isn't ideal. Not quite sure what total Hellman's at right now. But we'll be looking to get that cash in. Hellman 77, so that's not terrible. Still a nice little total. If he is able to find himself a kill, he'll be able to really start turning up the heat in that bot lane. And it's not all that much of an advantage. 20 CS is the lead. Won't quite cancel out the kills, but it's Pharaoh in the area now. Can they answer back teleports? Going to be coming through from Loftition. Maker falls. Hellman picking up the kill. The adoration and the cash-in comes through. Syndra cancelling the teleport of Loftition. So Hellman looking like he's going to go down, but no, Yonseni's in the area.
He gets the double.
It's a double kill for the Draven before he does drop. Yonseni potentially going to be able to answer onto the Nocturne, gets the heal. Pharaoh, can he find the kill before Yonseni? No, and it's a triple kill over to the Nocturne.
Yeah, pretty brutal. Loftition trying his best.
For the Draven. Evening up the play, definitely. We see the Unleashed Power coming through in the mid lane. Flash forward from both mid laners. Not quite the solo kill for the Loftition. Karma probably a little bit higher on the old base stats than the Lulu, so able to use the than the Lulu in the last game. Able to look for those solo kills with a lot more frequency. Both supports now in the mid lane. Ornn present here as well. The Lantern gonna not be able to take out Loftition to safety. Pharaoh comes in with the Paranoia to secure that kill.
Stardust going very
Stardust
deep.
Maybe diving a little bit deep. If Mama has the death sentence, it could very well be just that onto Stardust, but no.
This is happening though.
Not going to be able to throw out the hook. Falio is just decimating this top lane tower.
Yeah. So again, kills are going the way of Bladeance, but it's only 400 gold lead right now for them. Despite all of that, and it's going to be even
But it is
less.
a 4-0 and 2 Nocturne.
True.
It is a very, very strong Nocturne. And that is going to be a big factor going forward in these team fights. If he's able to jump on Hellman and get that one shot, if he's able to jump on Loftition and get that one shot, it could be curtains for Invul in the team fights. We do see Falio and Yonseni on the Rift Herald. Pharaoh very low HP, so probably not going to be able to contest into the full health set and volley there. And Pharaoh also not having recalled yet.
Yeah.
No items on that Nocturne. Going to be backing now for the first time, so I'm expecting almost to see a full Stride Breaker in that Nocturne's inventory. We'll definitely have a lot. Yeah, and it is a full Stride Breaker plus boots.
And can we just appreciate the CS lead? 62 to 34 in the jungle.
But that's what not recalling will do for you.
Yeah. Kind of ridiculous that. And that is now going to be very
as well as the
scary.
as well as the early game dive that went wrong.
Yeah.
Because we do have to remember, sure, the game does look a bit rough for Invul right now. But that is after trying a very, very early game dive that did not go particularly well for them. It's a fight in the top lane, and Stardust is just getting bullied by Falio. Set has a lot of damage.
This could be a 3-man dive.
Looks like Invul are gonna... Oh, it's a teleport coming through. It's gonna be Sarcasm joining the frame. Armor flashes away with the Lantern, flaying away the Leona. Beautiful flashes coming through. The Whirling Death goes through the Unleashed Power, going to take out Mama. It's going to be a kill in return, though, onto Bebe. Hellman picks that one up, so gets the cash in from the Adoration as well. So you have to say, in terms of raw gold value, Invul coming out ahead there.
Yeah. A lot
Especially
of
with the
used by
summoners that we
both.
used.
Yeah. I think that was
4 summoners used by Invul in trade for, I believe, 4 summoners as well on the side of Bladeance.
yeah, 3 in the bot lane.
But one of
and
the
4
teleports
TP.
being burned. Yeah, the
Yeah.
teleport of Sarcasm is the big cooldown that was used in this trade.
All the excitement means that we actually didn't even see Rift Herald go down, but Yonsei did manage to pick up the Rift Herald and is going to look.
Maker
onto
could be in
Maker.
trouble here. Finds the stun. Mama's coming into the area. Will have the death sentence. Will have the flay. And that is going to be one very dead
and it's
Tristana
given to
donated over to Hellman. Loftition might get himself collapsed on here, but no. It's going to be your jungle and support of Bladeance. Going to look for the dragon. You're going to look to fight Yonsei here. But with Mama and Hellman able to roam up at a moment's notice, Pharaoh might be about to bite off more than you can chew. Loftition getting jumped on now. Unleash power not available for Sarcasm. And now Pharaoh stepping into the Dragon Pit. Dragon secured by Yonsei. Death sentence flashed away from by Pharaoh, and Falio going to teleport into the fight. Recall cancelled by Starduster. Solar Flare comes down, but it's not enough to find a stun,
But it's
as
enough
Bladeance
to get
are
him
able
away.
to walk themselves away.
Really well played though by Baby there. The Solar Flare just enough to stop the engage from Set.
Yonsei going to get a control ward cleared out straight away by the Bladeance bot lane. Hellman shoving in this lane. Immortal Shield Bow picked up for the Draven already. Gore Drinker for Set as well. So the Invul Power Spike's starting to be reached.
Yeah.
Hellman has been able to get a lot of gold on this Draven.
Oh, yeah, the kills donated as much to him as possible. And with Yonsei still holding onto that Rift Herald, there's enough time for him to get that get that down with turret platings still up.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see where he chooses to put that. I wonder if the gold from the Rift Herald will be looked to put into the Draven,
Interesting to see.
just to
Pharaoh-
further accelerate.
Interesting to see Pharaoh's just waiting in that bot lane. Potentially.
Yeah, Hellman and Mama going to be feeling pretty good. It's first turret in the top lane, though, for Invul.
Yeah.
Falio knocking that one over.
100 CS for all of the laners here. 104, 104, 103. Pretty
Yeah,
impressive
Invul
there.
really able to keep those numbers up. Pharaoh now going to show his face as the Rift Herald does summon. The hook's not going to connect. Pharaoh popping his spell shield.
Must be a
Thunder being called
significant
onto
chunk.
Maker, and now Starduster's just getting beaten up again. Herald going to get the charge off. Turret plate's going to pop. Loftition joining this bot lane. And Invul, Whirling Death goes through onto the Tristana, chunking her right down low. Surely will have to be a reset there. Pharaoh going to stick around. Maker going to stick around as well, actually, but it's going to be turret for Invul in this bot lane. And like we saw in game 1, when the first turret falls, number 2 and number 3 tend to fall pretty shortly afterwards.
Yeah. And this is going to be number 2, and it's donated all of that gold, just under 500, donated all to the Draven as well. So much
Hellman-
gold.
Hellman is snowballing. Invul know their win condition, and they want to give him as much gold as possible. Hellman is an absolute monster
Yeah.
in this game. But Falio, you have to credit as well. 120 CS, same as the Draven. A full turret, nearly a cull pop as well. Only 4 more stacks left on that. Before Falio gets a bit of a cash in of his own. Mythic picked up for Loftition, the Shirelia's battle song for the Karma. Going to be able to keep that movement speed up for all of his teammates.
And again, despite the kill advantage, it is Invul with the gold lead again.
Just shy of 2,500. But that just shows the power of turret gold, the power of plate gold,
Yeah.
and what it can offer you if you are able to claim them early.
As well as the importance of CSing. You should, everyone from Iron all the way up to Challenger needs to know just how important getting every single CS is.
Minions are your fundamentals. They are your bread and butter. And it's something that these players, everywhere, seem to be able to do very well. We see 100 CS now crested for all 4 members of Bladeance outside of the support. So yeah, everyone putting on a pretty good show of just basic mechanics, really, which you would expect at this level.
Yeah.
But it is Invul in the driving seat yet again. Infernal Dragon coming up in about a minute's time. It is again an Infernal Soul. We've seen the same 3 dragons in both of these games.
Interesting, but this time it has gone to the other side. So
Yeah, and Paranoia are going to come through. Yonsei being dove on. Forge God is called down as well as the knockup is going to connect the Fear. Not going to be quite able to come through from Pharaoh. Field on himself for Yonsei. Pharaoh now diving forward. The Fear going to be channeled, and it is the Showstopper bringing Pharaoh under the top
so
turret.
low.
Choked so low on the Nocturne. But is it going to be 2 kills now for Invul? Solar Flare comes down, and Bebe and Stardust are trying to run away. The Battle Song is popped, and the slows are going to come through. This Leona surely is lost for the world. Hellman now joining the fray. Pharaoh looking over the wall with the Blast Cone. Mama chunked out, but does find the hook on to Stardust. Bebe actually keeping himself alive. Stardust goes back in, but is found by Hellman. The Executioner delivers the sentence on to the Ornn, and it's a 1-for-1 in the extended fight.
I think this actually will be quite nice for Bladeance, though, as they will be looking for the dragon. They have Maker and Pharaoh ready to go.
Yep, going to be able to pick up that Infernal Dragon. Yonsei in the area, though, with Falio. The remainders of the Invul lineup making a beeline straight over to the area. So can Yonsei look for a steal here?
This is risky from both teams.
Oh, and he finds the steal yet again. Yonsei with the smite.
And Pharaoh having to flash out as well to get...
Not what you want to see. It's timed very nicely with the Whirling Death there. Invul able to use that global on the Draven. It's an Essence Reaver picked up now for Hellman as well, so he is really going to hurt. Even onto the Ornn, who has a decent chunk of armor already. 1 axe, dealing so much damage.
I'm surprised that the Bramble Vest hasn't been picked up. A very early Bramble Vest into a set and a Draven, you would think would be a fantastic pickup.
You would have imagined so, definitely. And even a Volibear. 4 auto-attackers, or 3 auto-attackers, really.
Yeah, 3 auto-attackers, but with a lot of healing between them as well.
Well, like we say, the Immortal Shield Bow has been picked up on Hellman for a while now.
Yeah. Now, 17 minutes just gone. What do Bladeance need to do? They're still ahead in kills, I want to remind you, but they are significantly behind in map pressure.
But Bladeance have such good tools to look for picks. They have the Paranoia, they have the Unleashed Power, they have a 2-0 Syndra who could look to just blow someone up. But they also have a very nice combo with the Forge God and the Paranoia. If you can't see where that Ram is charging from, then surely it makes you so much easier to hit with that knockup.
Definitely. And a little bit of a breather, both teams just trying to farm a little bit before the next objective spawns, and it will be the Baron in about 2 minutes, just over on that 20-minute mark. Rift Herald, sorry, is being taken as we speak though.
Bladeance going to pick that one up. Pharaoh gonna take it with him, and utilizing second Rift Herald is always interesting to me because obviously you don't have turret plates. So you're just looking for raw charges when that second Herald, and we're gonna see if Bladeance are able to get the fight. Pharaoh diving very, very deep with Hellman. The Solar Flare comes down, but it's instantly cleansed. Beautifully timed from Hellman, but it is gonna be 2 quick kills for Bladeance, maybe a third. Hellman being dove on under the turret. Can he find anything in return? It doesn't look like it. Maker taking a final turret shot, but just about gonna get himself out alive. Pharaoh chunked very low as well. Now it's Loftician looking on cleanup duty. Doesn't look like Loftician's quite going to be able to get there. Can he even maybe save this mid lane turret? Herald might well be dropped. It's not been thrown down so far, and I'm not sure why. Here comes the Herald. But Loftician's going to find Bebe. Can he find any other kills? No, it's just going to be the retreat coming through from Bladeance. 1 turret going to be picked up.
That's it.
Not really a lot that's going to be able to stop that. 3-for-1 with a tower. It's a winning play for Bladeance, but it could have been so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, Falio might find himself caught out here. The Scatter the Weak stun not going to connect.
I do think Invul played that quite well considering the circumstances, but Bladeance just simply played that better.
Yeah, it was just not quite enough damage to be able to find those kills. This Nocturne now though, very, very scary. 6-0.
Yeah, a 3-0 Syndra though as well.
Oh, the hook onto Maker could. No, okay.
3-0 Syndra with a Dark Seal starting to stack up. 7 Darkseer stacks.
But if Invul are able to find those 2 shutdowns, and if they're able to drop over to Hellman's Draven,
Oh, particularly, yeah.
it could get very ugly very quickly.
We see him halfway through Lord Dominic's, I believe. He's
I
already
believe,
picked
yeah.
up the last whisper on that.
Now, with Lord Dominic's, I don't like Lord Dominic's regards on shield bow champions.
Because of the... Yeah, I get it.
Because of the percent HP difference, passive, on Lord Dominic's. I would much prefer Cyrilda's, and it also helps if you're Draven, right? Because you have the adrenaline rush on your W. Whenever you catch an axe, you can get that movement speed steroid. So I actually think Cyrilda's could be really good here. Whether Hellman chooses to go for that or not, I don't know. But yeah, it could be alright.
Still, though, even 12-8 up, Bladeance are actually trailing in gold. It's just such a testament to how far ahead I think particularly Draven
We could see a fight here. Johnson diving forward, teleport coming through from Bladeance as well. The Paranoia are now going to be thrown down. All 5 members of Invul grouping up together. The Forge God is now called. And throws the forward. Marma is blown up. The Showstopper now going to come down though from Falio. And the Haymaker is going to keep him alive. And it's massive damage in the backline. Maker going to fall to Hellman's Draven. And that Draven is actually surviving for a surprising amount of time. They're going to be... This is a very, very messy fight. Jonsson going to find one. It's going to be Jonsson finding the final 2. It's a quadra kill. Actually going to be coming through from the Volibear here, I believe. If he's able to find Stardust, the Divine Sunderer should just give him enough healing. But wait, that's a lot of damage coming out of the Ornn. Is Jonsson going to be able to pick up this quadra?
Sorry,
it's not a Penta. It's going to be a quadra. Quadra kill for Jonsson. A 5-4-4, very, very messy fight. But it is going to be Dragon number 3 for Invul. Yeah, Dragon number 3 for Invul. Shutdowns were picked up. So Jonsson, someone who was pretty far out of the game, I'm not going to lie. He was down pretty bad on this Volibear. That's such a gold injection for him. And it's going to be the Dragon just about secured in time. Not quite able for Pharaoh to get into the area. Scuttle Crab's going to have to be left. Paranoia is popped. As Pharaoh now going to dive onto Jonsson. The Lantern's not going to be able to be clicked. And there's a shutdown picked up for Pharaoh's Nocturne.
Potentially a Baron call.
Could be. Could be.
For Bladeance. You think 4v5, no jungler? And it looks like they are just going to straight up posture around that Baron. They're going to go
Hellman's dodging away from the Scatter of the Weak, but that Draven is very scary. If you're having your resistances shredded away, I don't know if I want to take that fight. Hellman's going to survive. Sarcasm's just going to get destroyed in the mid lane. The hook's going to be sentenced to his death. Falio now, the Showstopper coming through in the Baron pit. Pharaoh getting
going to go down.
The Haymaker going to find him. And this is what I was just talking about. If the Baron is shredding away your resistances, an Invul look for the fight. And this is now an Invul Baron. Hellman with his axes spinning. Did not reset. Baron is picked up. Invul turning the play on its head.
On all 5 members as well, I just want to say, all 5 members of Invul able to pick up
And
Baron.
Falio and Loftician could find themselves a Tristana here.
Yeah.
Maker, no rocket jump, no escape, is going to fall to Falio. And massive, massive momentum swing there for him.
Yeah. I think it was the right call to go to
I completely agree. But I think Sarcasm should have been there.
Yes,
I think Sarcasm should be waiting in that pixel bush.
Yeah.
Not in the mid lane.
I think there was either one of 2 things. Either have Sarcasm on Baron as well, just for the extra damage, or, like you said, having him on pixel, waiting to use Scatterweight, Unshield,
wait, get that full combo, and look to blow someone up as Invul walk into face check. I don't see why he was sitting in mid lane.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of an individual mistake, unfortunately, by Sarcasm there. He has played very well
I'm
so
hesitant.
far.
I'm hesitant to call it an individual mistake because it could have been a team organised call.
Yeah,
so I'm hesitant to call it an individual mistake. But yeah, definitely an error that Bladeance cannot be afford to be making going any further forward in this game.
And this Hellman is just unbelievably strong right now.
We see this every time the Draven comes through, though.
Treads. He's already got, what, 80% this is a very aggressive
75% crit on the Draven, yeah.
Yeah. You imagine Infinity Edge would be the final person.
It has to be. It has to be the 4th item, surely.
And then after that, it's kind of whatever he wants.
Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
More shielding, more healing, why not?
Yeah. Maybe
that's all you need as a Draven.
Just potentially, but you kind of think.
I don't think.
When you can just
why? Because you're gonna have a Leona jumping on you. You're gonna have a Nocturne jumping on you. You're gonna have a Tristana diving forwards. They're all coming to you. You don't need the extra range.
Yeah, and the pressure that Invul are now putting on every single lane here. That's
the Baron
another
buff.
turret going.
The Baron buff really does do all the work for you in these lanes. Invul using the pressure so well. 40 seconds left on that buff, so we're gonna get 1 or 2 more waves. But with Dragon coming up in a minute 20.
The shielding from Karma look at the shields there coming through from Karma.
But this is why we see the Serpent's Fang on Pharaoh.
Nocturne. Yeah, I was actually going to say this would be a perfect game to see the Serpent's Fang ages ago.
It's already 2,000 shielding negated if you hover over it on the stream. It's already over 2,000 shielding reduced, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, but we do see the Paranoia popped, and it's going to be Hellman that is dove on Pharaoh.
Not
going to be.
To go, though.
Oh no, the Lantern's not good, and it's a double kill very quickly to start the fight off. Maker's going to fall, but it's not going to matter. Loftician just about going to get away. Flash follow for Pharaoh. Falio in the backline, but there's not a lot for him to do. Knocked up and shut down. 4 for 1 in the mid lane. A very nice pick to start the fight off for Pharaoh, and Mama not able to quite position himself to get his AD carry to safety. Yonseni just going to play for time, though. Going to look to delay, draw the members of Bladeance away, distract the wave. There's no AD carry, remember, as well.
So I think it will be a very free turret, but not much more than the turret.
It's only the Leona and the Ornn currently looking for the turret. Pharaoh and Yonseni could have a bit of a 1v1 in this topside jungle, but the Dragon's spawning and both junglers are in the topside.
Interestingly, though, as well, all of Bladeance are relatively low. Stardust has to back. He does have TP.
Does have the teleport, yeah.
But if he's unable to back here, which I don't think he'll be able to now.
He's not going to be able to, no.
That's a really big overstep there.
No mana. No mana on the Ornn.
Yeah.
And the teleport going to come through from Loftician. Invul wanting to force the fight, and they're wanting to force the fight now.
Yeah.
Stun comes through onto Hellman, but it's instantly cleansed. Paranoia is thrown down, but Pharaoh is deleted from the map. This could be a very easy Infernal Soul picked up by Invulnerables.
Yeah.
And it's going to be secured. Yeah, no contest really able to come through here from anyone on Bladeance.
And again, I just think a little bit of inexperience, a bit of hesitancy in what to do from a winning position for Bladeance. The overstay meant that Stardust are not able to back, had no mana, did have TP, but couldn't find a suitable place to just back in safety.
And now they're fighting into an Infernal Soul.
Yeah, without the Ornn engage, without the tankiness, suddenly the team fight just doesn't look as impressive.
Baron spawning in a minute. Yeah. This could herald the final fight for this game, and potentially the final fight for this series.
Potentially. Bladeance definitely putting a much better fight, though. Very, so much credit to them in this game already.
We do see this from Invul sometimes. If they do have a very dominant game one, they look a little bit more shaky in the second game, and vice versa.
Yeah,
could that be down to a potential bit of overconfidence?
I was just going to say, potentially, thinking a little bit too much of themselves sometimes, thinking we can take these unfavorable trades, potentially.
When it's a death push coming through from Bladeance, I think Invul are wise to it. Falio getting some sit-ups in, got to work on that core.
Yeah.
I think he is aware of the plans that are in place.
Now, I think pretty much everyone has all their ultimate stops. Most of the summoner spells are up on the side of Invul.
Yeah, just missing that Draven cleanse and then the Volibear Karma flashes. Could be Sarcasm gonna go down here. The Whirling Death is the end of the Syndra, and with no unleashed power, teleport available, but that is a very long death timer on Sarcasm. That's just going to be Baron for Invul.
Yeah, I also want to say the Ornn ult coming out as well means it's not available now, and that's just
nothing for the next fight. Yep, Invul going to be able to secure this one with little to no contest. Now, what can they do with this Baron? Can they at least crack the base?
You think they have to at this point. Or Syndra's still going to be down for another 15 seconds. Ornn is without an ultimate still for a decent chunk of time, about 30 seconds, I think, now still.
Wave states, the waves are needed to be pushed by Invul. All the waves pretty deep into Invul territory, but now you just have Falio running forward. He is so tanky with that Sterax Gauge and Gargoyle Stoneplate as the first wave of the assault is going to crash. Stardust are looking for a flank, but still doesn't have the Forge God, so the turret's just going to drop. Invul potentially posturing for a fight. Sarcasm waiting in base with those home guards. Could look for a teleport flank. Mythic upgrade coming through on to Tristana, so the Wormfallen Sacrifice is picked up. Scatter the Weak finds 2. Helman is chunked out very low and dropping further. Flash away from the Nocturne, but Loctician going to find 1. Kill going to go over to Sarcasm, but I think the fight is looking good for Invulnerables. Helman is free firing. Helman is healing. The Immortal Shield Bow is doing its work and making Helman immortal. So, Falio flashing forward with the Facebreaker, the Haymaker, to secure a double kill, and it's just the Ornn surviving. The Stormbringer is called onto the turrets as Helman wraps it up nicely with the ace. Invul take the base, the Baron, and the ace, and it's 2-0 on the series. Invul take down Bladeance.
Yeah. Brutal to the end. And there we go. What a game.
Looked like a much closer series than game 1, though.
Yeah. There we go. And as we see the end card, 2-0 to Invul. But that second game, that was fantastically well played by Bladeance, realistically, right up until the dying moments. I was genuinely thinking it could have gone either way for a majority of that game. It was seriously, seriously close.
Yeah, no, definitely. That game 2, a drastic difference compared to game 1. If you could just check Discord very quickly, please, Judgy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be grabbing a quick interview.
There we go. If you sort that out.
I am indeed looking to sort that.
See.
Okay, we're gonna be joined by the Finnish jungler himself, Jonsson.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend.
I just need to add you. I need to add him on Discord.
It's okay. So yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Bladeance putting up, particularly in game 2, a very, very fantastic fight, giving us a lot to talk about in that 31-minute game. Some really, really good decisions made. Pharaoh and Sarcasm particularly showing their worth within this league. Some really clean solar eclipses by Bebe. Like all round, some very good play.
Just gonna get the interview set up. So if the call drops for a second for you, Judgy, don't worry.
No worries. There we go. Hello, hello.
And welcome, Jonsson. Welcome to the interview. Congratulations on 0.
Thanks. It's nice to be here.
What were you guys kind of feeling coming into the series today? Were you guys confident? Obviously, we talked about the league standings at the start of the stream. But did you guys really worry about that too much before the game started?
I mean, it was an important match for secure that first place, and we also had a nice warm-up game before this one, so we felt really confident to play this game, and well, it went really well in the end.
Yeah, I mean, game 1, very, very dominant victory. You guys managed to get yourselves the early lead and just kind of ran away with it. There was not really anything it felt like that the guys on Bladeance were able to do. Game 2, though, a lot closer, seeming to really stem from that early dive towards the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, we planned it, and yeah, it was a really aggressive move. We knew the Nocturne was pathing to bot side, and we still managed to take the dive. And the execution was really bad, and well, it went kind of bad, and then the mid game was also hard when Nocturne was so much ahead.
But it shows that even when you guys are put in a difficult situation, when the game is not going how let's say you guys would have wanted it to, you're still able to grind out those wins. You're still able to find ways back into these games.
Yeah. When you are so much behind, you need to think about a lot what you can do actually and what the enemy can do. And in this game, the Nocturne was the problem, and they also like went with the Ornn ult and with the Leona ult, with the Nocturne ult, and we had to find a way to play around those ultimates. So we just stick together as 4 or as 5 and kind of bait them to win, and then manage to win the fight when they are engaging on us.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the fights were very explosive and very fun to watch, I have to say. Judgy, is there any questions or anything you'd like to ask?
And how did it feel? I think it was twice you managed to get the dragon underneath Pharaoh's nose. For those aspiring junglers, how are you so confident going into those dragon steals, those smite matches?
I mean, it's just all about like you need to be sure that you're going to steal it. Like you can't hesitate at all. You just need to go for it and take it.
So there's no mind games. There's no if I wait for my smite. There's nothing like that. It's just roll in, go. Okay. Yeah. Because I was just fascinated by essentially your courage going into those and taking. I think it was 2 dragon steals, potentially even a third one actually. Throughout those games, really impressed by those by that jungling prowess essentially.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Only one question I'm seeing right now in Twitch chat. Do you enjoy hugs?
Yeah, I enjoy to be hugged. Yes, I do.
Particularly bear hugs with that volley bear.
Yeah,
Getting a lot of hugs.
Yeah, especially those. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I can't think of too much more I want to ask. I don't know about yourself, Judgy.
One last question. It's not to do with League, but who are you supporting in the match? If you're even going to watch it.
England or Italy?
I mean, it's coming home today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he knows.
Yeah.
Thank you for making it a quick series as well. Myself and Judgy were both very anxious as to whether we were going to be done in time, so we can both go and watch it. Speaking purely for myself, I am about to go to the pub. I'm about to drink quite a lot. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good